I gotta quit saying that every time I start one of these little sections here. I say hi about 13 times throughout the thing. Anyways, that and oops. But anyways, showing you this glass window that we did on the Hobbit House. Here, let's see if I can hold it down here and use the zoom feature. Okay, you can see that glass pane in there. Well, that's the one that we had coated on the middle with that white gluey stuff here. I've got it around the outside of this one, leaving the other one blank. You got to kind of let it dry as you're doing each pane, but it makes really nice glass, and then you can crack it with a pin, and then you can have, that's how you do that, having a little broken pane in your bombed out building. If you wanted for instance on this one here, if we wanted to have one of the little windows in here covered with that, we could make that and then break it out with a pin, and then you can have like a quarter pane of broken glass in your window. It's kind of a neat effect. Anyways, on this here, I had to fill in a couple of voids in around the door there with some plaster, so I haven't done the brickwork yet on around the door. But what I was going to do is I was going to make a little flower box for on the window here, and I'm just using these coffee stir sticks because it's a nice thin stock wood. Okay, I just make a little box the same thickness as the wood for around at the bottom of the door. Okay, so what I'm going to show you how to do though is how to make it look like you've got several pieces of wood there. And I do this a lot with wood. I use the back of my blade. Okay, and zoom in here a little bit more so you can see. Here, we'll do it on one of these doors that I had made the other day for the Hobbit House, but didn't use. No, we won't. Oh yeah, we will. Okay. So here's the two types of wood that we glued on paper because it was really thin stock, and I was going to cut it out with the scissors. Okay, so just before I do cut it out, because this is just one sheet of board, like plywood, I want it to look like several boards. Okay, like the old piece is here. Zoom in some more here for you. See how the old piece looks like several boards there? Just the way it dries when you leave a sheet of veneer out in the sun. It's a really nice effect. I mean, put some out there, or an old door that's been thrown away. The old doors, you can usually peel that stuff right off in a nice big sheet. Okay, zoom out a little bit here. Now what I'm going to do is take the back of the blade, not the point, okay, and then just carve into the wood. Carve it there. Get it up here so you can see. Boy, camera guy would be nice. I'll just do a few here, because normally, you want them somewhat equally spaced. Okay. All right. I don't know if you can see me doing that. I'll zoom in here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, hard to see in this little screen, but can you see these lines here now that I've cut into the wood? When you paint it with your wash or whatever, however you're painting it, then those will look just like little boards. Okay. Now, the other way of doing this is if you got a piece of plastic, same way. You cut your grooves into the plastic using the back of the knife, and then to make it look like a wood grain, take a small piece of sandpaper and just slide it over top, maybe twice. Not very much, but you just want to scratch lines in it. Okay, it'll make a nice wood grain. One of the tools that I haven't been able to find yet, but I've sort of made myself, is what they call a distressor. It's like a paintbrush, but it's wire bristles. And by sliding a collar up and down over the wire bristles, you can give them a soft touch or a really stiff touch. Okay, and you can use that for distressing your wood, carving, like giving it wood grain, better wood grain. So anyways, that's what I wanted to show you on this. I still have to do the little bricks around there and wait for this glass to dry. I had a little bit of plaster left over, so you can see I started a garden I just put little strips down there, just outside the window. That's where we'll put the flower box garden, Hobbit sled gardening.